The fear of judgment has stopped a lot of people from accomplishing great things, and fitness is no different. You may make a goal to want to get in shape, but you may have some anxiety or some intimidation when it comes to the gym. You may be worried about, insecure about your strength that you can't lift a certain amount, insecure about the way you look, thinking other people are going to judge you, or just overall scared of being around people. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys 4 tips that I've used to get over my own gym anxieties throughout the years. And hopefully you guys can apply them as well too in your life and crush your goals going into the next month, next year, or whatever. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Jonathan. I went from 250 to 177. I've lost over 70 pounds, had to turn my gut into a six-pack. And again, I had to do so by conquering hurdles and, getting over some gym anxieties and things of that nature. Now, I want to say this video was really inspired by a comment that I saw in my comment section. I forgot what video it was, but someone just kind of mentioned how they were kind of terrified of the gym, so they like to do workouts at home. And I know this is a thing for a lot of people because one person felt like this. I know I felt like this before. So this is why I'm kind of making these tips here and just kind of sharing this information. But in the beginning, especially if you're just starting out, like when I was 250, I had been in the gym before, but when I first got started, in the gym consistently, these were some of the concerns. But when you're first getting started out, you want to be able to, you're in a learning process. And the most important thing about learning is and it gets into my first point, is to learn the basics. We want to learn the basics because before we just start doing stuff, we need to know what actually works. And if we're talking about, my whole channel is about fat loss, if we're talking about fat loss, we need to know what actually works before we try to go out and make a plan or do anything like that. So if you haven't heard it, I'm going to say it here. This is how fat loss really works, and these are the main 3 things that are going to work for you when it comes down to fat loss, because all fat loss comes down to 3 pillars. Here it is. It comes down to your calories, how much food you eat in a day. We want to eat less than our maintenance. It comes down to our macros, that is the protein, the fats, and the carbs, the macronutrients. We want more protein, less calories, and it comes down to the activity that we do. The activity is going to the gym, the walking, the stuff we do in the gym or out of the gym. And what fat loss is that we manipulate either the calories, the macros, activity, a combination of everything to create the result of what's called a calorie deficit. Calorie deficit leads to fat loss. So now that we know the basics, calories, macros, and activities, now that we know the basics, what we want to do, and for going into point number 2, is we want to develop some type of structure around the information that we just received, right? So we know that these are the basic building blocks, the 3 basic building blocks. Now we want to develop some type of plan around. And when I say developing a plan, since this video is mainly about the gym and not having gym anxiety, the plan we want to develop is having some type of workout plan when going into the gym. So having a workout plan or a series of exercises that you're going to do when you go there helps eliminate the feeling of you, quote unquote, walking in there and being intimidated or feeling stupid. Or it eliminates you walking in there, spending time on the machine and then being on your phone the entire time you're on that machine because you really don't know how to use it or you don't really know what to do next. So if we have a plan, we can kind of go in there knowing that, hey, I'm going to do a leg press. After leg press, I'm going to do lat pull down. After lat pull down, I'm going to do chest. After chest, I'm going to do some pull-ups. And after pull-ups, I'm going to do core. And after core, I'm going to walk. So you go in there with a plan, and you actually could probably spend, if you have a plan, you go in there spending less time in the gym because you're not guessing on okay, I did this. What does this machine do? What does that machine do? And again, if you're in the beginning, you're going to run into that too. But that way you kind of go in with a formulated structural, hey, I'm going to do this. After this, I'm going to do this. After legs, I'm going to do back. After back, I'm going to do this. So you are structured when you go. So one plan that I've always used is always going to be a full body split. I can't talk to that. I said split. Full body split. And typically what that consisted of is working legs, like the quad muscles, working my back, working my chest, and working my core. Pretty much, it doesn't matter what exercises you pick. As long as I was able to hit those muscle groups, that's pretty much the structure I wanted to go for. All right, so now that we know the basics and now that we have a plan kind of formulated around that for the gym, what we want to do is put that plan into action. And when we get in there, we want to have this mental mind state. And this brings me into tip number 3. And when you get in the gym, if you have gym anxiety, what you want to do is focus on you. Don't think about anybody else. You always say, oh, no, it's bad to be selfish and focus on you and blah, blah. Let me tell you something. You going to the gym is never selfish. You focusing on you in the gym is never selfish. You want to get in, you want to lock in. That is the time to build you up so you can then be of service to other people in every area of your life outside of the gym. But you going to the gym, trust me, is super important because it's better for your kids. It's better for your career. It's better for you. Everybody benefits by you being in shape. I'm going to say that right now. Everybody benefits from you being in shape. most people, and I'm somebody that's in the gym a lot. Trust me, I'm not looking at nobody else. Ain't anybody who actually consistently goes to the gym is not really judging other people like that. Yeah, you see the stuff on Instagram, but there's less of them, and there's more people like me and less of them. So when I say more people like me, there's more people that aren't paying attention to you that would be paying attention to you. So again, when you go there, focus on you, lock in, put on headphones, be in your zone, have your plan in place. Only thing you're thinking about is your results, how many reps you're doing, how many sets you're doing, and you're listening to the music as you're doing your workouts. And now that we're locked in, we're focused on us in the gym. We want to make the plan even easier if you're a beginner. So I would say tip number 4 to get over this gym anxiety thing is to start off with machines. If you just really don't know what to do, that little structure I gave you in the beginning of focusing on like your legs, your back, your chest, your core, focus on those main body parts. If you do a full compound split like that, start off with machines. So like what that would look like, and I do this now. And today, like after I record this video, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm pretty much doing straight machines today. So I start off with a leg press. I may do leg extensions. Those are 2 leg exercises. Lat pull downs. And then I'm probably going to do standing military press where I take a barbell or some dumbbells and I'm just pressing up and bringing them here and pressing up. And then I may do core after that, and then I'm going to walk. Again, the only free weight exercise that's in there for today that I'm doing is really just going to be the dumbbell standing military press. That's pretty much it. But you can still build a decent physique with machines. There's plenty of people who go to Planet Fitness who are in great shape, because I'm a member of Planet Fitness as well too, and I got a couple other gym memberships. There's people who go to Planet Fitness that I've seen that they're in great shape, and they're pretty much using Smith machines and machines to build physique. So don't believe all the noise I hear. The stuff that matters is the stuff that you can do consistently. You get what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like, you're not required to squat 315. That's not a requirement for you to be a gym bro. Like, I don't understand where this logic is coming from. Like, get in there, do what you need to do. Are you seeing results? Here's the real determining factor. Are you seeing results? Are you better than what you were before? Have you gained weight? Have you lost weight? If your goal is fat loss, are you losing body fat? This is what you need. This is how you need to judge your progress. You don't need to be comparing yourself to these numbers that people are pulling out of thin air and saying that you're not a real man if you don't lift this much or this much, or this is like goofiness. Okay, because you go to lift that and you're inexperienced and you go blow your back out because you're trying to deadlift 545 and you ain't never picked it up off the ground before because you have terrible technique. Guess what? You didn't win. You know what I mean? You want to do stuff that's consistent. You want to focus on you, focus on the goal you want, build the physique that you're aiming for, and be content with the results that you're getting. And if we need to change some stuff up, if it's about fat loss, again, I only talk about fat loss. If we need to change some stuff up, I promise you it's not going to be in the gym. It's probably going to be with the food. When it comes down to fat loss, I can almost guarantee you, if you're not seeing results in fat loss, it ain't got nothing to do with that gym. It's mainly everything to do with what you're eating. I promise you that. So I hope these tips help. Apply them. If you have some gym anxieties, apply them. Even if you don't, it's still a good refresher. Like, hey, you know what? I need to lock in. I do need to focus on me more, or like bringing headphones to the gym or whatever. So stay tuned for more videos. Thanks.